those you can tell, shockingly I'm smoking a non-menthol. But I have one last good unlit menthol to go. I wanted to make this video because I thought it was going to be too shocking if I just left a comment on the video, and it might be mistook. But these videos that the Lutheransatire does is his name is Hans Fine, but then the character always says my name is not pronounced like that, so I don't know. But awesome videos. Again, I've asked the guy, why aren't you Orthodox? Just from watching these. Kind of sounds like what the AMIA, Anglican Mission in America, believes, but it looks like they're closer to kind of the practices. Again, they still have Augustine and scholasticism and this kind of strangeness, and then the filioque and stuff like this. So it's close, but it's also not close at the same time. Close but far. Good videos though, great videos, and really addresses some things. There's something that I was kind of shocked by, and I don't know that my comment is any more shocking than this because I'm doing it in a humorous way. But the fact that there's these two words do not go together. Liturgical dance. I wrote in the first thing. There is no such thing as liturgical dance. Full stop. Then I kind of got carried away. Said, what's next? Liturgical striptease, smoke and crack for Christ, and then this was probably the wildest one, being gay for God. And I wanted to make this clear. I don't mean being a homosexual for the sake of God. I mean, and I put this in parentheses, and I said, and I mean being sexually attracted to Christ, or daydreaming about man on Christ's love. and I say that, and people think this is shocking, but it's really shocking to hear evangelical, like especially teenagers, pray. They're like, oh Jesus, oh I just want to feel you inside, like the dudes, I just want to feel you inside me, Jesus, oh God, Jesus. And sorry God, I don't even know, I looked up at my icons, and you know, Theotokos is going to strike me down or something for saying stuff. Yeah, sorry Christ. You know, there's an icon of Christ in uncreated light, so I kind of, that's cautiously, but I don't mean that. But I do actually think that's kind of, some people actually seemingly in the Protestant world they come pretty close to actually being in love with God and wanting to make love with God is kind of in there. I mean, you could say, oh, that's crazy. You haven't been around Wheaton, Illinois. These evangelicals are at. Again, basis of orthodoxy is that, the joke, okay? How many Orthodox say change the light bulb? Change? What's change? So there's nothing. I wouldn't understand why a Lutheran who believes in the liturgy and believes that, or actually knows that this is part of ancient Christian tradition. I mean, let's just look at the Didache. I mean, probably the earliest document outside the canon, or I should say the Western canon. Arguably, maybe some letters by Ignatius of Antioch, but I think even the Didache is older than a lot of the New Testament stuff, and actually put together by the apostles. It might have been at the Council of Jerusalem, might have been before then. But yeah, it's actually, and I put this in another comment of his. I said I think people should read the Didache before they open the Bible. I had to qualify it with saying, if you think that's shocking, because I realize Protestants, they can, not this dude probably understands, Protestants go kind of wacky about stuff like that. Nobody read the Bible until they were baptized. Sometimes it took 3 years from the time you were catechumen to the time you were baptized. Sometimes it took 7 years. You didn't hear the words of Paul if you weren't baptized. All the writings of the New Testament are written by the church, for the church, within the church. But he kind of does awesome videos about like how the Protestants, they'll be the biblical biblicist or biblical literalist or whatever they want to call themselves or whatever. This is my body and blood. They can't accept that. He hasn't done one about Theotokos though. Like I'll directly say to Protestants, you mean the Chalcedon's too new for you, but you do Liturgical Dance. And it's, I guess it's little girls from what this dude's talking about, which, wouldn't that kind of incur, the pedophiles and the perverts kind of come out of the woodwork? Yeah, it's strange, but if this dude, accepts this as a response or whatever, or even not, check out his videos, great videos. Again, nobody should proselytize this person saying he should be Orthodox and all this. No, I asked him why wasn't he Orthodox. He gave me a list of things. That's it. That's the last time I'm going to say why aren't you Orthodox. You know, there was a strange thing about that the Catholic, not he didn't want the guy wearing a clerical collar because it would look too Catholic. And I actually wrote a message. I said, do you take out the word? I said, wouldn't the Lutheran want to be called Catholic, or view themselves as Catholic, or does your form of Lutheranism not use I mean, I've seen some substitutions like Christian or Universal instead of having it Catholic. They can't say Catholic. Very Ignatius of Antioch was the first one to use that. That's child that Christ held in his arms. This is somebody who was taught by John, who knew Polycarp and Papias, who almost definitely knew Peter and Paul, at least Peter. So I don't understand people's aversion to that word. But actually, if you like this dude, maybe you can answer that. So I'm not going to leave that thing on there, but I think I just had to say that because it's there's some creepy things that I've seen in churches. Yeah, there's some. I mean, I would never enter a Protestant church kind of in my life unless maybe if somebody I knew died that was Protestant, but I don't think I know any Protestants. The Anglican that came to my, and not Episcopalian, but the Anglican that came to my chrismation, that guy definitely, but he's all the way down in Texas. I don't know how to get down there. Heaven forbid, I don't want to even mention him dying. He's got a wife and a couple little children, so I shouldn't even say that. Alright, peace to you. May God save Serbia and Syria. And Egypt now. Oh my gosh. take it. The Lutheransatire does is, his name is Hans Fine, but then the character always says, my name is not pronounced like that, so I don't know. But awesome videos. Again, I've asked the guy, why aren't you Orthodox, from watching these. Kind of sounds like what the AMIA, Anglican Mission in America, believes, but it looks like they're closer to. For those of you can tell, shockingly, I'm smoking a non-menthol. But I have one last good kind of the practices. Again, they still have Augustine and scholasticism and this kind of strangeness, and then the filioque and stuff like this. So it's close unlit menthol to go. I wanted to make this video because I thought it was going to be too shocking if I just left a comment on the video, and it might be mistook. But these videos that